did. It was fun to meet your parents.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they were able to come and share it with you. What was it like to be kind of back in that environment? There was a lot of Suzuki going on.
There was. A lot of the songs kids were playing, I played for my recitals too, so I was like remembering.
Yeah, I know that rep is very book one, book two, but I've accompanied Suzuki recitals before. But I thought it was fun though. I thought knowing your background, you would enjoy the overall vibe of things.
It was fun watching little kids like just starting out too. I think that the first girl played like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I was like, remember when I first played?
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? How it all kind of comes back and my goodness. Do you think you're gonna take again next semester?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I might if I think I could fit it in my schedule. But
No pressure at all. Definitely think about it. If you were gonna take next semester, once you figure that out, we can kind of talk about and just make sure, you're getting what you want out of the whole thing. Like I know it's such different thing depending on what somebody wants out of taking lessons. So there's, if you're having to follow a curriculum, it's one thing. If you're not, it's another. So you're kind of in category B. So I would just even for myself, if you think about taking again, just want to make sure that I'm serving you well and meeting whatever goals you might have. Do you feel like we kind of got there this semester? Good. Okay, awesome. I mean, I was so proud of the work you did, especially just given you don't have an instrument to be practicing on and making the trek back and forth. I thought you did so much so well. So I thought maybe today we could I could get you going on some stuff so that if you want to play some this summer, obviously you've got 2 pieces now that are kind of great and under your hands. But I thought we could just do kind of a review of some things and then maybe look at some new things to give you a little launch point if you decide you want to sit down and play. So what's your summer like? I know you're going to Oregon.
Yeah, for a week, and then I think I'm going to England with my family at the beginning of July. Because my sister, she's a rower, so she's a race in England. In the town we used to live in.
Oh, that is amazing. Where is she?
She's at Yale right now. She's rowing for them.
So, my goodness, that is incredible. She works hard.
She does.
Oh my gosh.
She really
If you go to Yale, you work hard. If you go to Yale you're really working.
Yeah, she's always doing something.
Yeah.
She's get up at like 4 in the morning or something.
Oh gosh.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I bet she's in incredible shape though.
She is, She's very strong.
That is awesome.
So that's all I have planned so far.
Yeah, that's enough.
It's definitely enough,
That's enough. Okay, I'm trying to just look at some of this other stuff that we kind of left off. I know we were in the chromatic scale, and last time we had left off, I think we talked a little bit about the circle of fifths and just trying to find our way around some keys. So, these next couple of pieces are actually pretty nice ones, and they're dealing with that A harmonic minor that we talked a little bit about. So do you remember, if you could tell me the relationship between a key and its relative minor? Do you remember what we do to find that?
You go down 3 half steps.
Exactly, you're gonna go down 3 half steps. And if I were to ask you about the circle of fifths, just kind of even thinking about the title of the circle of fifths, what is that circle? I know we just kind of did the right half of it, but how do the fifth relationships work with key signatures?
Every 5
Mm-hmm.
the sharp.
Yeah, so you're gonna, so you're adding a sharp with every fifth. So C is our key with no sharps. And then we go to G, it's got 1. And then we go to D, it's got 2. And then we go to A, it's got 3, E4, B5. And then we start kind of scooting around to the other side, which is the flat side of the scale. Awesome. And then it's the same thing with the sharps, right? Our first sharp is F sharp. And then we add by going up a fifth, and all those sharps carry down. So we have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and those correspond with G, of course, has 1, D has 2, F and C, A has 3, F, C, G. So that's that fifth relationship again, even. And so if you can remember the first sharp is F, you can count up fifths from there to get all the others and kind of add to that. And if you remember that our neutral scale is C, again, you can kind of use that same fifths relationship to go around the circle. So right now we're just dealing with the key of C major and the key of A minor. And you were great last time. I remember you did that fingering really well, just to warm up our hand and get ready for some of what's going to be in these next two pieces, the stranger and green sleeves, which you'll recognize. That's also, what child is this? Let's take a look at A minor. We'll start hands alone, and then we'll see if we can do some hands together. We'll start with the natural minor, and then we'll shift to the harmonic minor that just raises that semitone right before the home note. Good. And if I were to ask you which A this is on the piano, can you find it? Middle C is here. Yeah,
okay.
it's that one. Good. And let's go up and down again, and you're going to repeat the top note. Excellent. Good. And now let's try left hand. And again, left hand's going to start which A? Yes, because again, middle C sits in the middle. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. And I'm actually remembering, I think we did do hands together because you're using the same fingering, but you're going not parallel, contrasting motion. Yeah, can you try now, hands together? Excellent. And Isabel, have you worked with a metronome before?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you used to that? I was just going to put it on just to give everything some rhythmic context. Dum, dum, dum. You want to try right there? It's a little bit faster than what you were going, but not too fast. You're just going to play one note per click. That's okay. Let me slow it down just a little bit so yeah, you don't feel rushed and you can think about your fingering. Start coming down again. You were doing great. A's, yeah. Yeah, excellent job. Yeah, that's it. Very good. Let's go just a little faster, just a little bit, just again to kind of feel what it's like to get a beat outside of yourself and stick with it. 1, 2, ready, and go. So don't forget 3s and then 1s. It's okay. You're thinking about a lot. Done here. Good. Yeah, that's it. Very good. Okay, now let's see what happens if we just change that one note. We're going to feel that split between our third and fourth finger. There's a little bit more distance. Just try right hand first. Good. between 2 and 3. Yeah. Good. Try one more time. Excellent. Now, go nice and slow. See what happens if you try hands together. Your hands aren't quite doing the same exact shape, but they're doing the same fingers. You try. Thumbs. Stretch 4. Yeah. Excellent. Stretch 3. Uh-huh. Yes. Good. There it is. Good job. Excellent. Good. Yeah. So, there's all sorts of things we can do with scales to both warm up our fingers, but also get our ears used to the sounds that they make, and just help us with keys. So again, we were kind of working in A minor, which is C major's relative. Harmonic minor is a very commonly used minor, and that's got that raised 7th scale degree. So over here, you can see just with your eye in terms of where some of the scaly bits are. Can you point to what you see? Yeah. How are those notes moving? By step or by skip? Yeah. So those are more outlining chords. We're going to talk about that pattern in a minute. What about notes that are stepping? Hey, they're right there. So you. Yeah, those are those little scaly bits where you're going to hear and feel under your fingers a little bit of the scale kind of pattern. Now, the other thing is, what is the tempo marking on this? What does it say? 4/4. That's the meter. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, it's totally the obvious. You were looking for like, or some kind of Italian or yeah. So it just says slowly, and actually a word that you might see in classical tradition would be adagio, or sometimes lento, all kind of meaning a slower tempo. So this is obviously going to be, I think it's a ballad. So it's not real fast, even though from looking at all those eighth notes, it might look like it's going to be fast. It's not. So let's do this. Let's just tap out the first line. And can you show me, where does the first line repeat?
Like repeat the whole word?
Oh,
here.
Yeah, exactly. So line 1 and line 3 are exactly the same. And then we've got lines 2 and 4, which are very similar, but not the same. Just same rhythm, but different notes. So just kind of putting that in your mind so you can see right away, you know, this line, we learned this line, we've also learned this line. So how are we going to count, given the fact that we have eighth notes? Yep, exactly, yeah, and I let's count 1 and 2 and the whole time. We'll get through these 4 bars together, and we'll drum according to hand that's playing. So 1 and 2, and let's drum together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 excellent. What are these intervals that we have right at the beginning? Seconds, thirds. Yeah, exactly. And can you tell me the pattern that's happening? Exactly, by step, yeah, so you're just, so if this is 5-3 and we can see that we're descending by step, how would we finger that?
2, 4.
Exactly, that's gonna be 2-4, how would we finger, well, they did it for you, yeah, and they have a little finger change that happens here even though you're on the same note, and that's so that it repeats easily, and then so you can get to here, and then we have that little, G sharp that's put in there. And then, can you just look at, again, visually, can you look at what's happening with the left hand and tell me if you see any patterns?
It's kind of repeated, but it's like going down.
Exactly. Look, you've got this chord, it's broken, but our bottom note is A, so we have an A minor chord. Then it moves down one step to G. We've got a broken chord, we've got a G major broken chord. Then it moves down one step to F. We've got an F major broken chord. So your hand position is just moving down by step right there. So let's do this. Let's try you playing right hand and me playing left hand on that first line so that we can start to get a little hook in your ear. And you, what are your first two notes? What is that gonna be?
Okay.
Yeah, you're on it. It's an A minor position, yeah, because we're gonna be in the key of A minor. So we're gonna have 1 and 2 and like that. Okay, 1 and 2 and here we go. 1 and 2. Super helpful. You play 5 and then you shift to 4. If you do that, you can get to this 5 legato and it kind of moves like that. So you're gonna play your 5 and then you shift to 4, but you're still playing those thirds. 5, shift to 4. 5, shift to 4. Starting on A for that A minor. So, what is that? Perfect. So, 1 and 4, 2. Good. Thumb. Same note. Coming down. Yeah, and that feels awkward because we usually do 5-3-1 when we're doing thirds. And so this is a little bit of a different shape. So let's practice it again now on G. Good, now to 4. So that's like our first little part. You've heard it together. Again, if you were working on this, I would encourage just getting that 5-4 change super easy and then adding your right hand onto it. Okay, so then, look, it's like the texture of everything flip-flops. Now we've got our long notes in the bass as opposed to the treble, and we've got this noodling going on right here. So again, if we were to just tap this rhythm down here, I hear you, girl. Is it like coffee time yet?
Yeah, I didn't actually have any coffee today, so that's probably why.
Oh, poor thing. That's good. That's good. That's healthy.
Yeah, I am. But
then and then that's our and, right? So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, what note is this? Yeah, what's this?
G.
What's this? And what's this? Yeah. Did we see that pattern anywhere before? The stepping down bass.
Oh yeah. There.
Yeah, so it's kind of this ground bass that keeps repeating. So now we're just doing it in a different rhythm and with fewer notes. We've got this interval fifth, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 want to try that bass right there? Yes, it's on A again. Very good. 1 and 2 and 3 and grab the G. 1 and 2 and 3 and grab the F. 1 and 2 and 3 and grab the E. 1 and 2 and it changes a little bit. And 2 and now 2 on B. Yes, and thumb grabs E. Yeah, exactly. Try that last little measure there. 2 and 3 and 4 and excellent. Very good. Okay, and then we're back here. And then again, where have we seen this stuff before? Or something similar? I mean, rhythmically, it's like that
Yeah.
rhythm, right? Yeah, only this time we're starting on C. That's kind of what we have. It's the same exact kind of idea. It's just we're on C instead of starting on A. Okay, so now the only little parts left are these things for the right hand. And they're mostly moving, what did we say before, by what? Yeah, they're mostly stepping. And again, they're playing with that harmonic minor, so we've got that G sharp thrown in there. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, all one kind of idea. Let's start with your third finger on what note's that? Yes, perfect. We'll go nice and slow. I'll count for us. Ready, play. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that's gonna step. 4 and A sharp. It's gonna raise it. Other way. And then your step. Yes, and those are B's.
Okay.
So you're on C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've got this line. Yes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, and then we do a similar pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and let's try that from there, since I just played the whole 2 phrases for you, see if hearing it helped. Right. That's it. Good job. Now 2 on G sharp. Other way. Yes. Good. Same note. Skipping up. Good job. Stepping down. Yes. Same notes. Good. G sharp. Yeah. So that's just the same notes you had there. Now, let's listen to the whole thing together. You play right hand, I'll play left. I think it'll make more sense when we hear the parts together. 1 and Exactly. So this is just a beautiful, slower ballad. You know, we start at the beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 like an intro. Our melody. And then we're back to kind of like the beginning again. And each line repeats 2 times. So again, I think it's just like a slow ballad. I could see too adding some pedal once the notes are under the fingers a little bit more, just to kind of draw everything out and make it pretty. You could probably even play around some with, well, actually they do at the end, they jump up an octave. And just again, to put this little hook in your ear, all of a sudden, can you tell me what this note is? Yeah, it's a G, and it's the same idea that we had before. It's just now we're in this different, we've got a little taste of C. Any idea why it would be so easy to go to C major from A minor? If you're in, yeah, they share a key signature. Yeah. That's exactly right. So that's a really natural place for a composer to go, and then it's super easy to get back to our A minor key, which is what happens. So nice little piece. It's right there in your book. It gives you a little start. You know, if you want to look at some stuff over the summer. Yeah, and so let's use this Greensleeves, the context of Greensleeves, to just kind of review a few things. Like, what would we call that? Yes, it's a chord. Very good. And how are we going to come up with what kind of chord it is?
The bottom.
Yeah. So what would we call that chord? Yeah, so it's actually an A minor chord. I'm more interested that you said A chord, because that's exactly what we've learned so far. Any idea why it's minor and not major? Do you know which note makes the difference between minor and major?
Is it the middle?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and that's called the third scale degree. So the third scale degree is typically in major. It's going to be a major third, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps. In minor, it's 3 half steps. That's the only difference, and what a world of difference it makes. It's amazing to me that one little half step can make that much of a difference. But that's why that's A minor, and so then this chord would be G. Yeah, and this chord would be excellent, and then this chord is keep doing exactly. Yeah, exactly. And these all happen to be major chords, but you'd have to work that out by looking at it. So that's why I'm just telling you. Yeah. So we again, like the chord progression we just saw in the other one. This is just descending by how. Yeah, you're just stepping right on down with those chords. So for fun, since these are such nice long chord things, I'm gonna have you play the progression once, and then I'll play right hand, you play left hand, and let's
let's just give it a try. So what do these notes do? Or what does that gesture do?
Ties.
Exactly, and it's even called a tie. So how many counts is this actually gonna get?
That's 3. So 6.
Exactly, so you're gonna play there and you're gonna hold for 6 counts or all the way through. Same thing, play, hold, play, hold, play, hold, play, hold, play, hold, play, hold, play, hold. And then we get to a couple chords that we have an inversion, so we'll talk that through. But for now, try from right there. Exactly, just like where you started in the last piece. All right, 1, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, hold it. And I'm gonna pick up and move down a step. That's it. Hold it, pick up and move down. Excellent job. Pick up and move down. That's it, you got it. Excellent. Can you find that A again? Hold it, moving down. Excellent. Very good. Now just 3 counts. Pick it up and move. What's this? Just read the bottom note. Yes. 2, 3, 1. Excellent. And this is what we would call our A section. You just ended it right there. So this is the first idea, thematic idea. And you can see as soon as we go here, we've got a little different. That's our B section. Okay, awesome. So let's have you now do that left-hand part. I'm going to do the right-hand part. And sit right in the middle where you're still comfortable. Yeah, because you're going to have to be there. Okay. So I start on the pickup, so I'll count 1, 2, come in on 3, and then we're together on 1. Yeah, you're good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Pick up and move down. Good job. Pick up and move down. Excellent. Pick up and move down. Good. Back up to A. Pick up and move down. Good job. Pick up and move down. Pick up and move down. Oh, you're right there. Yeah, and you know the rest. It's that. The only different chord is this one. It's a C major chord and an inversion. Pretty. Yeah, very, very pretty. And the other thing that you can do with this stuff, once we start finding our way around chords, you can break them. So just recognizing chords. The other thing, I'm surprised this method doesn't do it this way. I think Bastion does. The other thing that you can start to realize is you wouldn't even have to write that. All you need to see is A, G, and you already know enough now to know how to spell an A chord, how to spell a G chord, and then that tells you. You usually see this little thing if it's minor that tells you the quality of the third that you're playing. That would be called a lead sheet. If you just kind of have chords and a melody. So even that, Isabel, if there's a song on the radio or whatever you like, you know how to just download the sheet music, and you've got enough to actually just read off of a chord chart. Okay, so then we have this melody. We're in 3/4, and again we've got that dotted quarter followed by an 8th. I think you've got that rhythm, and if not, you know it enough in your head to figure it out. Let's just look at some of these things between our fingers when we have to skip, but we're using like 1 going to 2. You want to try that starting on that A?
got that. Yes. Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 1, 2, and good. Good. You know you're right. Your third finger. 3, 1. Now stretch 2 and stretch 1. Now bring your hand. That's it. Good. 2. Now you're gonna put 3 there. Yes. Close. Closer. Good. Excellent. Yes, this is going to be the same thing. So thumb on A, stretch 2. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good. Stretch 2. Stretch thumb. Bring your hand in. Good. Now, yeah, you put your thumb there because your 3 has to cross over. So thumb will go on A. Yes, and then 3 on G sharp. Yeah, 2 right beside it. Back to G sharp. Good, and then your 4th. Down 1 step. Very good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Why is this sharp?
Because the first.
Yes, exactly. It reset, like if they would have to write a natural there. If you had a G in this measure, would it be sharp or not?
No.
No, exactly. Yeah, you remember that. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure you remember the rules about sharps. And does a sharp raise or lower a note?
Raise.
Yes, and the opposite is a
Flat.
yes, and that's gonna lower the note. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so that just gives you, gives you some stuff to think about if you want to again play. And honestly, Isabel, like you could do as much, through here, and even has like the songs on there if you want to listen to them. That's actually super handy, isn't it? Yeah, especially for a player like you who has a really good ear. That's gonna help a lot. Let's do just in our last little bit together. You want to just do some improvising and have some fun?
Okay.
Okay, let's do it. So I think we've talked a little bit and played around some. Let's do some blues, and then maybe we can just do something fun in a pentatonic scale. So I think before we've used some of our blues scale stuff. You want to set yourself up there? Yeah, so those are our 4 notes. So we've got white key, black key, and then 2 white keys. Yeah, so we'll start real simple with just some echoes. Yeah, let's put it down there. We're gonna echo this. It's kind of growly. I'll get this hand going, and then you'll copy my right hand. So I'm gonna play. Return. That's it. Good. Now I'll play. And you can play back. It doesn't have to be the same thing. 1, 2, here I go. Your turn. Your turn.
can be on black keys. You can put both hands up on black keys. I'm just gonna start an accompaniment, and I want you to give yourself just permission to explore. And you can't do anything wrong. Yeah, and you're just gonna play. Just explore some melodies. You can play one note. You can take rests. You can go whenever you want to start. And I'm playing an accompaniment, so don't feel like you need to go fast like this.
Okay.
You might want to start like, you know,
Okay.
whenever you want to. I'll follow you. Oh, yeah. Again, just if you wanna have some fun, it's really nice because the black keys are so comfortable to play on, and they're not just a sea of white, you know. You can always just literally set your right hand up on group of 3 and a group of 2, and then the easiest thing is to play in G flat. It's a key that works really well, and you can even just play open fifths. You could even just do. You can even just start there, but just kind of coming up and having fun with that beautiful pentatonic scale. So that's a little improvising you can do. So girl, you've covered some ground. You got chords, you've got improvising stuff. You already came with this like rich musical language, so that's awesome. So you've just done such a good job. It's been so fun working with you, and if I don't see you next semester, maybe we'll cross paths on campus or something, but wishing you all good things and best of luck as you like race to the end of your first year. When you're down, friend. I know. But I hope your exams and stuff go well.
Thank you so much.
And you have a great summer and all that good stuff. Yes, take care. My finals start next week.
You have one credit going through the classes.
Well, and thankfully at this level, I only have like one music theory class, and then so
that's good.
shouldn't be too no, nothing like what I had to do in undergrad, so that's good. Yeah, take care,
Thank you,
Isabel.
yeah.